I'm flying.
What are you doing here, Gibbons?
What are you doing here?
I'm working here. I got a permit from New York the other day that says I'm the only one that's allowed to operate a steaming company on this river. So I'm asking, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Well, actually, I'm working here because I got a license from the federal government.
Well, I don't really care because since it's between New York and New Jersey, I think New York has a say on who operates on their river.
Well, between New York and New Jersey is not the entire river, so obviously I have the better hand.
Well, you know what?
What?
There's only one way we're going to settle this. And what way is that? Epic rap battle victory!
Gibbons, why am I seeing you here today? You only ever show up for the money. You be best not trying to start a steamboat company. I just got my permit from New York the other day, and there ain't enough room for the both of us on this tiny tributary between New York and New Jersey. But your permit is from Washington, D.C. Now you know why it's invalid and crappy. One way or another, somebody's gonna learn, you see. Well, I'm telling you, it's gonna be you, not me. Well, we're going to court, and you better not flee, because we both know the judge is gonna own you, chubby. By the time we're done with you, gonna be muddy and bloody. Check all my rhymes, cause you better be a quick study. Next time I see you, it'll be in court, buddy.
Hey boy, I got some facts here to make you quiver. You may own the state water, but I rule the entire river. What's your state license gonna do against me when my Congress given power lets me use waters nationally? You're the apprentice now, and I'm the big boss. You got nothing on me with the supremacy clause. You better wise up and read some legal docs before you go, cause the ICC is sure to make my power grow. This battle's far from over, Ogden. Don't act like a smarty. I'll dump you straight in the river like it's the Boston Tea Party.
John Marshall!
Welcome to the Late Night Show with John Marshall. Glad to have you here, Mr. Gibbons. So, tonight we're talking about how do you really feel about this upcoming court case with Mr. Ogden? What's your point of view?
Well, Mr. John Marshall, I feel it is very unfair because the nation has granted me this right. After all, Congress gave this right to me through Article 1, Section 8, and Clause 3. And I feel that Ogden does not have the right to navigate these waters because he was only granted the power through New York.
New York? New York is just a state. How do you feel about that when Congress, the nation, gave you the right?
It is very unfair, and I think we should take this to court.
Well, I'll be in court next week. I'll see you there. Hi! Welcome to the Late Night John Marshall Show. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Ogden. Thank you for coming. So glad to have you tonight. So, our big issue, the big issue everyone's talking about, the big controversy. How do you really feel about this whole Gibbons versus Ogden case? What are your thoughts?
Well, Mr. John Marshall, I think it is very unfair that Gibbons has the right through the nation to navigate on my waters, which were granted by New York. It's not cool, but you know, I'm just not really good with my words.
Oh, really?
So I made a song.
You made
Instead,
a song?
I did make a song.
Oh, wow. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Now I have the right to do my coastal trade. swear this Commerce Clause ain't fair. How come state and nation can't even share? Gibbons running down to the law. I win only if courts solve this narrow view of commerce. Commercial intercourse between nations is now a badge of regulation. What am I gonna lose? In the conclusion of Gibbons versus Ogden's, Marshall made sure to mention that although the Constitution doesn't directly say that Congress can regulate waterways, all states are connected by waterways, and as such, trade without navigating them is impossible. This decision also affirmed that any state laws that contradict constitutional acts of Congress must yield to the Supremacy Clause and the Interstate Commerce Clause, according to the Constitution's Article 8.